In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 steps that will help you effortlessly build muscle. So the first step is standards. Okay, standards by itself are extremely important when it comes to building muscle, when it comes to building anything in your life that is meaningful and that you really want to actually do. Now, standards are sometimes like the thing that people don't want to speak about because everybody has different standards, and people think that like for you to build muscle, like you need to eat more protein, you need to like be longer in the gym, so more hours in the gym, or you have to like do more volume. And people think like that is the thing that you have to actually focus on, when in reality the way you actually get jacked is just by increasing your standards. Okay, so when I say standards, what I truly mean with standards in fitness, I mean intensity. I mean, you know how how hard are your workouts, like how much time, how much effort do you allocate towards this thing that you want to build in your life. And so a lot of people want to get jacked, like this is how most people actually work, right? Here they are, and they have this brain that says, I want to get jacked, right? They want. But then you have people over here like myself who think like, I want to get jacked, right? And I will get jacked. Okay, it's like, imagine if I say I need to get jacked, right? I need to get jacked. That is different between me and most of the people, because most of the people, they just want to get jacked. Like, it would be nice if I had $1 billion in my bank account, you know? But so few people say I actually need this and I will actually get that much money, right? A lot of people just want it because it sounds cool, not because they actually want to put in the work. And so your standards are going to determine how much muscle and where you're going to end up with your fitness journey. So be sure that you actually look at these standards, and if you don't know how you can actually increase these standards, because it can be weird, if I can say it like that, to actually, make your standards higher, then like the best example I have, or the best practice I have, is just like look at the people who are ahead of you. Like look at the people who are jacked, who have the physique that you want to have, and just do not tolerate anything below that. You know, I'm not saying like you should try to reach like the physique of people who are on steroids. I'm just saying that if there is somebody who you maybe like know, or who you look at his physique, or like on social media, whatever, and you see his physique every single day, or through your day, just make it so that that is your standard. Like, do not tolerate anything below that, and with enough time, with enough effort, you're going to get there at some point. Okay, you're going to get there at some point. So just increase your standards by looking at other people and by being deprived, by saying to yourself, I don't have everything that I want, I need more than this. And that is how you're going to increase your intensity. That is how you're going to naturally take more action in the gym, doing the right things, pushing to the limits, not just giving up like 3 sets or 3 reps before failure like an idiot. And you are actually going to build a lot of muscle. And the second thing is habits. Habits are extremely important. I would even say, we can say that habits are kind of like routine. Okay, routine or habits. I don't know how to actually name this, but it's one of these two things. A lot of people know how habits are important, but they don't realize that every single thing they do in their lives is a habit. Me speaking the way that I speak right now, me waking up the way that I wake up, me making my bed, me, cleaning my room, it's all a habit. We are designed to do these kinds of like repetitive tasks in a behavioral manner, which means I don't really think how I speak. I don't really like put my conscious thought on how I'm pronouncing these words, because I have done it so many times that like there is not a need. But here's the thing. When you're trying to build muscle, especially at the beginning, you need to put a conscious thought on what are you doing in the gym every single time. I'm talking about every single rep has to be literally planned. Like every single time you put down the weight, it has to be planned, because if it isn't planned, okay, so let's say, you're, I don't know, doing your workout, right? And you have, I don't know, 3 sets of like something, and you have like, I don't know, let's say 12 reps, right? If you're just not focusing on these reps and you just like do them for the sake of doing them, you're going to get the same amount of gains because you're doing that kind of reps, that kind of sets, that kind of workout. Because your reps are going to determine your sets, and sets are going to determine the whole workout. And so if you don't focus on these reps, if you don't focus on these micro movements that you can do in every single rep, you're going to have a shit workout. Like people say, how do I have a better workout? Like, why is my workout so shit? It's because you don't focus on the reps. You don't focus on the reps. If you were just there focusing on the reps, and that is all you did, you go to the gym, you train hard, and you focus on the reps. You do every single rep perfectly. You contract, you like go back slowly to your, did you like stretch the muscle? If you were doing like that, if you were training like that, you would have an amazing workout and you would build a lot of muscle, but you probably don't do that. And that is why your habits and your routine altogether is so important. And this is just an example for workout. Like people do this in every single, like let's say for example diet. When you eat, oh man, why would I, like it's fine, just one cookie, like it's not that bad. One cookie turns into like 10 cookies across the week, or 15 cookies across the week, or a whole cake across the week. And because of that, you gain more fat than you were supposed to gain. And because you ate a cake, because you're full of sugar, your stomach now hurts and you can't sleep properly. Like all of these things are problems, but people don't even address them to begin with. So first of all, fix your habits. Everything that you do in micro is going to impact the macro, so be careful about that a lot. And just fix these basic things. Focus on your reps, because your reps determine your sets, and sets determine your whole workout. Okay? Third thing, which is unbelievably important, most people actually don't focus on this at all: nutrition. Now, it is true. Okay, it is true. You can get jacked while eating junk food. Like, it isn't impossible. But here's the thing: if you eat junk food and you get jacked while doing that, the consequence on your health, on your mental health, how you feel, um, your your whole subconscious mind, your confidence levels just goes to shit. Because when you try to build muscle by eating junk food, you're going to get incredibly fat. Okay, incredible. I'm talking about plus, okay, or greater than like 20% body fat. Okay, easily, easily greater than 20% body fat. Now, yes, there's some people who have faster metabolism, whatever the fuck, so they can actually, you know, still be quite lean, even if they're like doing the dirty bulk. But please, man, like, don't do this shit. Like, don't be stupid. You know you're not supposed to be eating these foods. I don't want to tell you exactly what to eat, because you know what to do. Like, you know that eating more of the real food that is just one ingredient, like meats, eggs, fruit, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, these kinds of foods are healthier for you than eating just shit food. Now the problem is that probably if you still eat those kinds of foods, you simply just don't have enough discipline, which is other problem, which you just fix by doing the thing even if you don't want to do it. Or the second thing is just like you don't love yourself enough, mate. Which it sounds crazy, like, oh well, I don't love myself because I'm not putting myself in pain. Yes, because you deep down know that if you would actually stop this habit, you would have better and healthier life, but you don't do it. Why? Like, why? You know that if you would just stop eating this bullshit food, you would actually lose weight, you would be healthier, and you would probably build more muscle, but you don't do it. Because you would rather let your current self experience some joy than your future self be grateful to your younger self, which is, if you just think about it, insane. Okay, so nutrition is extremely important. I will not tell you again what to exactly eat because it can be, quite hard for me to explain why that is the thing and why you shouldn't eat like certain foods. But just make it simple, okay? Eat one ingredient foods. That's it. Like it's just make it simple. Make it extremely simple, and from then on you can just experiment. Like this is it. Make sure you have like meats, so protein, which if you wonder what food has a bunch of protein, meats, eggs, these kinds of things. Also fish, some carbs. For carbs, go with a bit slower burning carbs, like for example rice, for example sweet potato, because they're going to spike way less of your blood sugar level, which is a kind of thing for itself. Like I can go really into depth about that. But when your blood sugar spikes, your insulin is also going to spike, and your body is kind of like anabolic mode where it's like trying to build a lot of stuff, and your body doesn't really want to focus or work or be really mentally clear while you're building stuff in your body, right? Because you're trying to rest and digest essentially. So if you eat a bunch of like these fast burning carbs like honey, like fruit and these kinds of things, you're going to essentially experience what is known as a carb crash, which if you want to avoid it, the best way is just eat carbs at the end of the day. But yeah, for proteins, meats, eggs, fish, carbs, and for fats, like just honestly, my favorite one is like ghee. Butter also is fine. Make sure like it's, by the way, raw butter, not some kind of like stupid food. Why? Because raw butter is less processed than the typical butter, and make sure like it's actually animal based, not just like some plant based butter. And like yeah, that is pretty much what you can start with. And the fourth thing, and the last one on this list for this video, is calmness. Okay, a lot of people are just not calm. I see a lot of people who are just stressed, will think about like the worst case scenarios every single day. And when you speak to them, like you can just feel like they're just on the edge of life. They're just like, oh, what is going to happen? I'm just so stressed about my future. But here's the thing. If you want to make extraordinary progress in anything in life, you have to see it and view it from a calm place. Because only when your mind is calm can you see everything. But this is what, traditional Japanese samurais would like do. Before a fight or in the middle of a fight, they would always be calm. They would like never, be in a state of stress, because when you're calm, you can see stuff happening. You can see that, their moves, you can see everything. And that is what also happens when you're calm, because you are allowing your body essentially to absorb everything the right way. And so instead of just being, stressed, oh, I ate that food, now I feel like this, and I haven't really slept that well, now this, now that, now this, and thinking about like millions of things, accept them. Like, just accept them. Okay, this happened, whatever. I'm still going to try doing my best every single day. And this mindset and this just framework of thinking helped me so much, because I went from this guy who was like just so stressed about what is going to happen and how I can, make the best day, to a guy who just, if something bad happens, I just accept it and I just like move along. Like, that is it. And trust me, trying to, trying to make perfect every single day, every single moment, and, thinking about your past and how you could have done everything better, and, just like stressing about it every single day, is going to do way less, it's going to make you like way less progress than if you would just to accept what happened, and you're just like, okay, next time I can change this. For now, it's okay. I can still do something. I can still work on this. You know, that is going to help you way more than anything else. Because I know people who just like when they once break, like for example, they eat like one cookie, they just like start eating a bunch of cookies, and they like, just hate themselves because of that. And like that is not the way you go, man. Like if you did it, fine. Like understand why you did it and just change it in past. Just be completely calm and, non-reactive, so that these kinds of things, when you just like eat one thing or you just like do one thing and you just break, never happen. Because people actually lose progress more in these kinds of breaks when they just like, go all in. They just like hate themselves because they ate one cookie or one piece of like candy, more than just that one piece of candy. So yeah, that being said, bye. Seems like you got to the end of the video. Congrats. If you're somebody who wants to take the next step and you actually want to get my own personal one-on-one coaching, then down below you have a first link in the description. On the link you can watch a video which is going to explain who I can help and how I can help you. Even after watching the video you still qualify, you're still interested, then below the video, again, first thing, you can book a call and we can meet. It's a free discovery call. That being said, as always, check the first link and bye.